This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This your boy Blak Magus, back with another drunken old man rant, and this one more of a serious tone. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm sitting here watching Robot Chicken after watching Family Guy Star Wars special, It's a Trap, and also watching Return of the Jedi. Reason I was watching those two things was because I'm fucking hyped as shit for The Last Jedi. You guys, if you know me, you know I'm a serious Star Wars fan. When The Force Awakens came out, I did a video series talking about all types of Star Wars stuff. I believe that I talked about all of the previous movies, and I talked about toys, I talked about video games, I talked about my favorite moments in the series leading up to now, or at least leading up to The Force Awakens. All of that stuff. And I went on the premiere day of Force Awakens. Me and Eurostrick, shout out to him. You know, it was a great experience. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've always been. Like, ever since I've seen the first one, I remember me and my nephew pretending I was Han Solo, he was Luke Skywalker, and we would be running around either our bedroom or outside pretending to be these characters and doing the things they did in the movie, being the heroes and saving the galaxy, all that shit. I mean, growing up, I've watched the movie so many times. It's ridiculous. I'm just like seriously into Star Wars, and I cannot wait for The Last Jedi. Shit got me hyped. I am going as soon as possible, hopefully on the premiere day. If not premiere day, then fuck it, that premiere weekend. And this is for somebody who hates going to movies when they first come out. I hate the crowds. I hate, the lines and all that, but fuck that. I'm pre-ordering, and I'm going to see goddamn The Last Jedi when it come out. No question about it. So with all that being said, of course, let's be honest, it's nerd shit, and I love it. And I'm totally into nerd shit. I mean, hell, I'm doing a fucking YouTube video about nerd shit. I've done countless video game videos, movies, TV shows, all types of nerd shit, comic books. Because that's just what I've been into. I don't read comics like I used to, but I still love the medium, things like that. Like anything that's considered quote unquote nerd shit, I'm pretty much about it. And it's funny because, all the stuff I'm into, the video stuff, the podcasting, all that, at my age, being 41 and single, I find it very difficult to find someone who understands that. I feel like when you're younger, it's easier to find a woman who would appreciate or at least understand where you're coming from in that aspect. Because as immature as we are at a young age, we're also a little bit more accepting of certain things. And I find myself at a point in my life where I can't find a woman who's really accepting of that stuff. Like, I know people who understand that I like it, but they don't accept it. They kind of, I guess they kind of don't understand it because they look at it as, dude, you're too old for that shit. And it's like, no, you're not. I'm young at heart, and again, I'm a fucking nerd. That's the stuff I'm into. And I find that very funny because I really think that a lot of women out there kind of don't understand that that's a key in getting a guy to really be into you. And fellas, let me know if I'm wrong, but I really feel like one of the keys to getting a man to want to be in a relationship with you is to be understanding. And I think that's something that women want too, like for you to understand and accept like what they're into and who they are. Guys kind of want the same thing. I think guys want it even more because For all the things that people think that guys are totally about when it comes to relationships, looks, sex, all stuff like that. The biggest key to like getting a guy to commit to you, I think, is him feeling like, you know what, this person understands me. She may not totally get me, but she understands and she accepts me for who I am. And again, being the nerd that I am, I've, not even just being the nerd that I am, being the person that I am, I've found it very difficult to find someone who will accept like Michael for Michael. And that's one of the major reasons why I'm single, because I just have a hard time thinking that anybody truly accepts me. And it's kind of sad because, I don't think I'm asking for much in that aspect. It's my biggest request when it comes to dating in a relationship. It's like, if you don't understand me, second thing being respect me, and third thing being care. If you don't do those things, what's the fucking point? But if you really don't try to understand me and appreciate me for who I am, it's just not gonna work. Because I'm gonna be who I am. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm trying to be a jerk. I'm trying to be somebody who cheats on this woman and have multiple women all around it. I just like being a nerd and doing geek shit, playing video games, watching sci-fi movies, adventure movies, action movies, comic book movies, blogging, doing podcasts, doing the YouTube thing, when I get a chance, streaming, playing video games. Those are like things that I'm like really into and passionate about. It's not like I'm not an adult and I ignore my personal responsibilities. Those are just the things that I appreciate in life, and that, again, I'm passionate about. And I've had women say to me like they think that stuff is kind of dumb and I shouldn't even be trying to do that stuff, and they've pretty much kind of X'd themselves out. I mean, who knows? Maybe someone who's been that way could finally get it and come back around and prove to me that they get it, but I sincerely doubt it. Because, when people say stuff like that, I feel like that's just truly how they feel. And I'm not going to work my ass off to get them to feel any other way. Either you feel that way from jump, or you probably are not going to get it, because I don't think those are hard things to understand and to get off the bat. You know what I mean? Understanding who your mate is, what makes them tick. I think that's stuff you find out in early stages of dating. And if you're against it, you don't need to be with that person. You should want to be with that person. Because if you feel the desire to be with that person, 9 times out of 10, your idea is, I could change this person to be the person that I want. And that's just not going to happen. Especially with me. I'm stubborn as fuck. And I don't do that. I'm happy being that person that I am. Fuck that. If you don't like that, get the fuck out my face, is my, way of looking at things. It's like, okay, we can kick it, we can have fun, but don't think I'm going to take you serious, because you're not taking me serious for who I am. You know what I mean? So why the fuck should I take, like, a relationship with you serious? Whatever, because if I get into a relationship with you, I'm going to be marginalized. I'm going to be treated like, who I am is a problem. Nah, fuck that. I'm good. Being single is not a bad thing. It's not like I'm that type of dude who has to have someone's attention or someone around. Would I love to? Sure. But I'm not going to die. I can live on my own just fine. I've done it for years. I can continue to do that shit. I'm not forcing myself into a relationship just for companionship. You know what I mean? So, it's just funny how things are. I wish they were different, but I mean, hey, maybe one day I will find that person who will be able to appreciate me for who I am and actually care enough to say, you know what, yo, I may not understand this shit. I may even think it's stupid, but if it makes you happy and I feel like you're a good enough man to be with, fuck it. Do it. I mean, as long as I'm not doing the things that I love and making it hard on our relationship or our life, making it a detriment, I don't see a problem with what I'm into. I mean, there are worse things that people are into that I've seen women actually put up with, and I think me being the geek that I am is far less than anything that I've seen. It should be appreciated that I still have this you know inner child thing in me, because it's not like I'm being childish. It's not like I'm again not being an adult. I'm just into those things. But that's just me. Anyway, as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Blak Magus, and I'm out, y'all. Deuces.